is Pashupatinath. I'm the lineage authority of a very ancient school of yoga called Triloka Khada, which was established by the founder of yoga, Shankarnath, 17,000 years ago. As usual, we are going to do our meditation, but since we are going to imagine a flame on our foot, I'd recommend that you sit on a chair. Don't fold your legs today. And you should be able to see your toes. But the rest of it remains same. You're still sitting on a height, okay? Get something that makes your hips higher than your knees. Now this happens very nicely. My hip is considerably higher than my knee. Take your arms out, get your shoulders aligned to 180 degrees, then drop your arms, then bring your hand to the mudra. Also, pull yourself up. Do this if you don't have hair. Okay? Pull your head and spine straight and sit this way. Now start visualizing the flame. Light a flame yourself. Light a flame in reverence to yourself. Just like you would light a flame in your puja room or in a temple. Light a flame on your big toe. Both big toes. And sit there and receive your own reverence. Create thoughts of reverence towards your needs. First ask yourself, what do I need? If you're confused about what a need is, please refer to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We have many needs. At the bottom are physiological needs, which is basically your food, shelter, and clothing. And then comes security needs, to keep your body and your belongings and your sources and resources all safe and sustainable so that they don't run dry or run out. This is your second need. What does this mean for you? Yeah, the first one is pretty straightforward. Shelter, food and clothing. Many people don't have that need itself fulfilled. That's what you really need. That's what you should start respecting then. Because this is at the base of the pyramid. The pyramid is built from the base up. Don't try to build other stuff until the base is built strongly. So really, before you go on aspiring for other things, the base of your pyramid should be really strong. Your physiological needs should be met. And your security needs should be met. Many people don't have security. Even though they may have their physiological needs satisfied, it's dependent on unstable resources. And this is very scary. So look at that need also. Are your needs based on unstable resources? Are the people you depend on for your physiological needs inherently unstable? Then you must find alternatives to receive security needs. But just revere that you have this need. If you do have this need of security and safety, then revere that. The flame is lit to that also. I'm not asking you to do anything about it, just revere it. Say, I respect this, and automatically you'll start to take action upon it. Next, I want you to take your mind slightly upwards to the next need, okay, which is built on top of security. If you don't have security, you cannot have this. This is love and relationship needs. Everybody has this need, and for many people, they haven't reached its fulfillment and haven't been able to find its fulfillment simply because they're still struggling with their physiological needs and their security and safety needs. Not having fulfilled these needs and not having achieved stability in life, they try to love other people, and inevitably it ends up in a what? In a breakup. of relationships. It is not stable, it cannot be sustained, because either one of the partners, it can be both also, but either or both of the partners have not met their physiological and safety and security needs, and then they try to make love and relationship, it won't work. So if you have this need and you also have a safety and security need, tell yourself you should come to it later. Okay? Safety, security and stability is the pot in which the flower of love can bloom. Without these, your love cannot bloom. It just cannot. Remember this. Then your whole life will not be about each other, but it will be about your safety and security or your physiological needs not being met. Okay? So that's that. And then on top of that, we have esteem needs. So this is needs which help you to reaffirm who you are. Like wanting to dress properly, wanting to dress sharply, wanting to look good, wanting to have a good car, wanting to live in a good house. So it's not, your basics are met, and after you've got loved relationships, then this can be stably met. But it's not so. You can even meet your self-esteem needs if you don't have a relationship. Your esteem needs can be easily met. So both of them are flowers that grow in the pot of security and physiological needs being met. Then these two flowers can grow. Okay? The esteem needs can grow. The esteem needs would also be to have a certain identity, like let's say a healer or a martial artist or a dancer or a theater person or an artist or like a author or an authority on something, somebody who's great at cooking, an authority on cooking. These are the kind of things that we want as our esteem needs. CEO or whatever. These are our esteem needs. It's our identity. It's who we are. Journalist, politician. Okay, that's who we. That's our esteem. Okay, that's not really who we are, but that's our esteem needs, and it's very important. And you must revere it. If you start saying no, I should be free of all desire, you are not revering yourself. And all success in this world starts by revering yourself. So you're cheating yourself of the great success that you could be having. Now continue to focus on the flame as you listen to me. And just as I'm reading out the needs, just as I'm listing out the needs, try to see which one of it you have and which one of it you have but you don't revere. You should revere all of your needs, okay? Everyone has esteem needs. I need to be known as a yogi. I don't want to be known as a householder. So it's my need. It's my esteem need. So even a yogi is not free of esteem needs, okay? It just changes. And then you have what is called self-actualization needs. Now these needs are for you to feel yourself, to feel your impact on the world, to contribute to others, to leave a legacy. This is a very high need, okay? And it starts becoming real. To be of use in this world. It's a very high need. But you can't do it till your physiological needs and your security and safety needs are. These are all flowers that grow in that pot. So you've got to first make that pot, and then all these flowers will grow. Your self-actualization needs are the drive for you to do good in this world, to be of use in this world, to benefit other beings. That's your self-actualization needs. Okay? So, what are the needs again? Physiological needs, which is basically clothing, food, shelter. And then security needs, that means to have stability in receiving your clothing, food and shelter. And then love and relationship needs, the need to share your life with somebody else. And then comes esteem needs, the need to affirm who you are and to carry an identity. And finally, self-actualization needs, the need to do good in the world. I hope the 5 levels of needs are clear. Now see, each of these needs can give rise to a desire. So, hunger is the desire that comes out from a physiological need to eat. Got it? The need itself is not the desire. So, a craving for connection is the desire that comes out of a need for a relationship. Okay, for example, and then the desire to stabilize yourself is a need that comes from is a desire that comes from the need for security. Okay, suddenly you have a desire to make yourself safe, and then you start taking action about it, changing the locks in your house or whatever. Start questioning. You want to question and find out whether somebody is going to be really with you or not. Are all your resources really benefiting from you? Are they going to just fade away, or are they going to stay? These answers, the desire to have these answers is your desire for security, and so on and so forth. You can see the desire to teach yoga for me is a self-actualization need. It's coming out of a self-actualization need. Okay, so once you have a desire, then you can have problems. So if I desire to teach yoga, for example, I have the problems of how do I do it? Am I going to do it on the internet? Am I going to do it in person? How am I going to get my students? All of these become problems. So your needs, desires, and your problems are very important for you. So important that you should revere them all. And first of all, to revere them, you should be aware of them all. Okay? So now you know what you're looking for. Clearly look at yourself through the lens of needs, desire, and problems. Needs are of 5 types. Desires spring from those needs, and problems come when you cannot fulfill the desires. Am I clear? I hope you understood this. Take your mind to your toes, light a lamp there, and make this affirmation: I will recognize and fulfill all my needs, desires, and I will overcome all my problems with great commitment. Do you know what is the action of respect? What is the action of respect? Do you know? Respect is very abstract, right? We need to put it into an action. Which action shows respect? The action of commitment. When you get committed to something, you don't take no for an answer. When you say yes to something, that's when you show it respect. Otherwise, the person cannot feel respected. Do you understand this? When you say no to someone, they can't feel respected. That's no reason for them to turn violent against you just because you said no. Okay, so that's bullying. We'll not go there. That's unacceptable. Okay, so there's no doubt that's unacceptable. But understand this: until you say yes to someone's proposal or idea, you are not showing them respect. You can show them civilness by not using bad words, by not using abusive language. Then you can show them civilness, civility, but you cannot show them respect until you agree with them. So The action of agreeing and committing is showing respect. So what I want you to do is to agree and commit to fulfilling the desires that come from your needs, not the desires that spring from other people's pressure. Okay, somebody says you should get married, that's their pressure. Now that's not you might have a desire then to get married, it's probably not come from a need that you have. So then that marriage is not going to work out very well. Please remember this. If it's come from your need and your commitment, then of course the marriage is going to work out very well. Okay, so don't be confused about this. Revering other people's needs over yours. If somebody else's need is actually disrupting your need, the fulfillment of somebody else's need is disrupting the fulfillment of your need, you are not showing self-respect. Because until your needs are fulfilled, you cannot self-actualize. Until all the bottom needs, till the esteem needs, until they are fulfilled, you cannot self-actualize, no matter what psychologists will tell you. They have not understood Maslow's pyramid. It's very profound, Maslow's pyramid. Self-actualization comes at the end. Many people have turned it on its head and said, no, it's the other way around. Self-actualization comes first. It doesn't work like that. Okay? You're not showing reverence to yourself if you put someone else's needs before yours. You can't do that. It's not sustainable. That's what this flame is there to remind you of. Your toes. Visualize the flame in your toes. Okay. I hope you got it now. Sit for 2 minutes and see what thoughts come up regarding your real needs. Not the needs which are coming up, not other people's needs which they are pressuring you to fulfill. Not those. Every human being is capable of fulfilling their own needs except the relationship need and the self-actualization need, which needs other people. But the other needs need to be fulfilled first. And of course, the safety and security needs other people's cooperation. So you have to give them something. It's a mutual exchange. Remember to aim for win-win. If you win and the other person loses, it's not sustainable. If you lose and the other person wins, it's not sustainable. Both of you should get your needs fulfilled. Get into such dialogues, such arrangements and such strategies and plans with other people to fulfill each other's needs. Commit yourself to that. Agree to every need that you have, every genuine need that you have, not the ones which are pressured upon you. Learn to distinguish between the two. How do you distinguish between the two? One makes you feel happy and strong, and the other makes you feel miserable. The needs that are imposed upon us by other people just make us feel miserable. So please trust how you feel. That's part of self-reverence. Trust your feelings. Trust your feelings. And examine whether they're your feelings. If they're your feelings, you will not feel miserable. Another big secret, please remember this. Your own feelings do not make you feel miserable. The feelings you get because somebody is imposing their need upon you, that makes you feel miserable. And that somebody need not even be alive. It can be the voice of your dead grandmother sitting on your right side near your ear and telling you that you should get even with that person. Something like that. You yourself wouldn't do that. It's teachings. All violence is teachings. All violation is teachings. When you get a thought to violate someone, that's when you feel miserable. Many people feel miserable even when they are violated. Okay, so either you're being violated, your needs are not being respected, then you feel miserable, or somebody is imposing their need upon you when you didn't agree to it, that also makes you feel miserable. There's just two ways to feel miserable. Violate, or you're the one imposing your need on someone, then also you feel miserable. So either you violate or you get violated, you'll feel miserable. Do not allow this. Do not allow yourself to violate. Do not allow yourself to be violated. Okay, it's been a long meditation session. We have come to the end. I hope a lot of things went into your brain today, a lot of deep teachings. I want you to contemplate about it for the whole day.